The only 8 makeup brushes that you'll ever need to apply flawless makeup. It's coming up next. All right, ladies, I am so excited that you are with me on this video today because I'm going to be explaining to you why I created my essential travel makeup brushes. There are only 8 brushes in this kit, and there is a reason for that. My whole concept, my whole philosophy is not about how much makeup can you have, how much makeup can you put on, how much brushes can you have, how many makeup brushes can you have. It's all about being simplistic, simple, directive, and having a real focus when it comes to your style, the makeup that looks great on you, and I'm here to help you with that. So let me just take you back and tell you why I created this brush set. Well, first and foremost, my brush kit that I was selling sold out. And I really wanted to start from ground zero. Like I was like, this is going to be a wonderful time to develop something that's elevated, that's luxe, that's going to be upgraded from my last travel makeup brush set. So I came out with a tube. It's pink because my entire studio is pink, literally from every single wall in my studio. The ceiling has the grid painted pink. I'm very into details, and this brush set really represents that. So I have my name embossed on the tube here, Nikol Cosmetics, and then when you open this, you'll have your 8 brushes in here, and then your brushes will stay in this cup. So that's really my big thing. When I was traveling to all these different hotels all over the place, I would have this big ritual with like a washcloth. If you watch my Instagram stories, you've seen this before. I have a washcloth and I have to lay things out a certain way. It's just the way my brain works when I travel and where I want to see things. I don't like looking for stuff. That really frustrates me, where I can't find my makeup brushes because I threw them into my little makeup kit, or I can't find my blush and my bronzer, my highlighter. And that's how that classic beach face palette that I have was developed. I was at HSN and it's live TV and I was about to go out, but I was like, oh no, I need a little bit more blush, or I need to touch up. And I was digging through my makeup bag and I couldn't find these 3 products. And I said, that's it. So I created one palette that has a highlighter, an everyday blush, and a matte universal bronzer. So Classic Beach is a very popular product for me. It is something I use every single day, and it makes my life so much easier. So I am thrilled with that. And that is really how I wanted my brush kit to be. I wanted everything to be laid out right in front of me. So when I get to the hotel, I take off the top and here it is. And it's pretty and it makes me happy. And I know exactly what brush that I need to pick, and I'm not looking and wasting time in my makeup bag. They're not getting dirty, they're not getting ruined. So I have 8 essential brushes in here that I'm gonna go through with you. But with the second cup that comes off the top, what I do with this is things that I use every morning when I'm traveling. Mascara, I'll put my brow groomer in here also. So I'm not looking for that either. So I know I'm gonna be using it part of my makeup routine. So I'll put things that I wanna be able to easily grab and have right at my fingertips in this cup. So it's very multi-purpose. So let's start with what brushes that I did include in this brush kit for you. First, let's just start with just the whole design of it. So I picked out the actual paint. I mean, these were painted for me. I watched the whole process go along. I picked out the ferrule. I knew what kind of color I wanted. I knew how long that I wanted it. And I also picked out vegan, 100% vegan brush hair. So I wanted to make sure though that it wasn't stiff. It was ultra soft. It would pick up the product the way I wanted it to. It would lay the product the way I would want it to. As a professional makeup artist, I have worked with tons and tons of brushes. I've worked very cheap brushes. I've worked with very expensive brushes, and I knew exactly what I wanted my brushes to do and how I wanted them to perform. So I'm going to start off with the face brushes so you can see exactly what you're getting. So first and foremost, I have here a foundation brush. This is a really wonderful brush if you don't want to use a sponge or you don't want to use your hands when you're applying your foundation. This is for cream foundation. Also, you can use it for cream blush, which is really nice. So if you just wanted to hit the apples of the cheeks with your cream blush and then taper it out, it's a really wonderful brush for that. So the hairs are tapered up to the top, so they feather out to the top. So I like this with foundation. I use it for foundation. I can get into all the areas. It makes my foundation application very smooth, very polished, very nice. So that is one brush that had to be a must-have in my kit. Going on to face again, we have the angled brush. This is going to be for your blush or for your bronzer. It's angled, so I really love that it can get right into where you need to contour or where you would like your blush. It's not going to put on too much blush for you. It's not a super dense brush, but just enough to really give you that really pretty, flushed look, that little bit of color to your face. I have a powder brush, which is really nice. So you can use a pressed powder, a loose powder with this brush. Again, this is going to be a little bit more dense, so it's going to pick up some more product. Ultra soft, really pretty. It feels beautiful on your skin. You kind of just want to use it to finalize your makeup and just make sure everything is set perfectly. And then, still speaking of face, I have a mascara. Spoolie, basically. I use this to brush my brows. I know that a lot of brow pencils come with them on the other end. I wanted one dedicated to my brows so I could always find it. I didn't have to worry about it. It's just used for my brows. It doesn't get misplaced. So that is included in the kit. And then moving on to eyes. I have an eyeshadow brush here, just enough to pick up the right amount of product and lay it nice and flat on the lid. This is a really important brush because you don't want it to be too big and fluffy, so then you're putting on way too much, and you don't want it to be too dense because you don't want too much eyeshadow being picked up by the brush. Then I have a dense brush here. This is a dense eyeshadow brush. It's going to be a little bit more of hairs to be able to pick up the color. So if you want to put it on the outer corner, say you're going to give a little bit of contrast, you want to maybe do a little bit more of a smoky eye, you want maybe to do a darker on the actual eyelid or on the lash line, you can do that with this brush. Then we have a blending brush. It's nice and tapered, almost like to a peak. So it's going to taper out, and this is going to go right into your contour area, so you can really blend. It's a beautiful brush. You definitely want to have a blending brush because you want no demarcations on the eye. You want to basically be able to put the eyeshadow on and then go back in and blend beautifully. And this brush is your absolute easy tool to do that. Now this last brush, you have the choice, you have the option of what you want to do with it. You can use it as a lip brush, or you can use it as a concealer brush. I like to use it as a concealer brush because it is tapered and it can get up right into the darkness of my eye area around my nose. So I like this also if I have a little bit of blemishes, I can put concealer on it, go around my nose, I can go around my face. Different pigmentations. I like the option that I can use it for a lip or I can use it for concealer. So that is the Travel Essential Makeup Brush kit that I have for you. Very excited to bring this to you and bring it to market and to have you have something that you really enjoy using. You don't feel overwhelmed. You don't feel like, oh my gosh, I just purchased a brush kit. I invested in a brush kit and now I have 15 brushes that I don't know how to use. Very simple, ladies. It goes along with my whole entire philosophy. It goes along perfectly with my cosmetic line. I hope you enjoy it. I can't wait to see your feedback. And until my next video, I'll see you later.